Hey, DirtFarmerJay here from DirtFarmerJay.com. One of the things I really love about our truck is these automatic running boards. Are they really handy? When they work, what happens when they stop working? Well, I'll show you how to fix that little problem. Hey, DirtFarmerJay from DirtFarmerJay.com. These automatic running boards are really handy on these light pickup trucks until they do exactly this. You come back to your vehicle after it's been parked in the garage or out in a parking lot, and the running board is still down. Well, to understand what happened here, you have to think like the running board, or more accurately, like the engineers that designed it. So what happens is when the door is shut afterwards and the running board comes to cycle up, if it meets resistance, the running board thinks one of two things. It's thinking, is there still somebody on it? So as this starts to retract, I'm gonna put a little weight on it. Or let's suppose that your dog's leg or your grandchild's leg or some foreign object is in there. When it comes up and gets caught, it automatically thinks, oops, we've got danger pressure, and it returns to a neutral. So this is a great safety feature. But what if there is no leg, no dog, no grandchildren, nobody standing on it, and it's returned to this position? Well, here's the solution to that. The problem is these linkages right here. In all likelihood. Now, I went down to the local dealership and said, my running boards are getting stuck in the down position. And they said, oh, you need to replace the system, the new motors. And I said, oh, okay, how much? $4,000? I don't think so. So we did a little bit more research and found out that generally speaking, the motor and the unit that runs this system, and the motor's right back in this area under here that brings down the board and retracts it as well, it is a pretty durable unit. Now, if it turns out after you do everything that we're going to tell you about in a moment, that your motors are burned out, we've provided you a couple links down in the description below where you can go and see another couple of professionals replace the motor system and get this system running back in, and you won't spend anywhere near $4,000. But I bet in 90% or 95% of the situations, simple maintenance that I'm going to show you is going to solve this, and you'll keep your running boards in perfect condition. Something to keep in mind that these running boards are right in the line of fire of all the road spray that comes off from the tires and the underside of the vehicle. Of course, there's no other place they can be placed. They have to be right here to serve as a step down when you exit the vehicle. But that doesn't help the fact that a lot of dirt, grime, and corrosion can set up in these. So the first thing you need to do is take your vehicle down to the car wash where you can do a self-serve power jet spray, lower them, and spray out these brackets. I like to use the Blaster products for these two steps. Some people like to use WD-40. However, WD-40 is not a long-lasting lubricant in the sense it's more of a water displacement light lubricant, and I think this is better suited for this use. So the first thing we're gonna do after you've come back and you've gotten the brackets dry from the car wash is we're gonna really saturate these, and I'm using this penetrating catalyst to just loosen and clean everything out and really soak these. Get them in there, get it into those linkages on both sides, and let it just soak. So do this on both of the brackets, get them really clean and soaking, and then notice that I'm doing this out in a gravel area where everything that's running off doesn't matter. Or if you're gonna do it in your shop area, put an oil pan or some kind of catch basin underneath it to catch this so you don't stain the concrete of the surface of your garage. After this is soaked for a bit, let's say a half an hour to an hour, go ahead and open and close the doors several times to cycle the running boards back and forth to work that catalyst and that penetrant deep into the joints there to help get out any corrosion or grit. Okay, now after you have let it soak for a while, you have brought the arms up and down several times, wipe them down. Now you're going to put on this surface shield that Blaster does that is a rust protection and lubricant. And I use the straw right there to get more precise placement. So I'm going to go ahead and put some right in there. On the other side as well. up on top as well. And I'll do that on all 4 of them, and then we'll cycle this back and forth, and everything will run smoothly at that part. All right, you've got the job done. In 95% of the cases, you are done. All you need to do is keep this maintained. I would do this in the spring and in the fall just to keep everything running smoothly. If it turns out that the motors indeed are compromised or that whole assembly is past redemption, check out the videos that we link in the description below. And you can also pick up those blaster products that we mentioned at your local home improvement or automotive supply store. Now, if you own a truck, a skill that you got to know is how to back up a trailer. Hey, check out this video where we'll show you how to back it up and how to think like the trailer does. And while you're at it, check out this other video from our library that YouTube and we think is just perfect for you. Hey, until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay enjoying some really smooth running automatic running boards.